Right, welcome, Matt.
Thank you. It's an honour.
It's a thrill to have you
here.
here.
It's a real honour.
Well, I'm a fan, as you know. But what are we doing?
So today we're going to make a frozen chocolate parfait. So this is like a cheats no-churn ice cream. So the problem with a lot of no-churn ice cream recipes is they can get a bit icy. Whereas this, with the cream, the sabayon, you get this beautiful, luscious, smooth texture, which is to die for.
Well, I'm just going to put you in context because you're something of an internet sensation. On Instagram, you've got nearly 1 million followers. Social media, nearly 2 million.
It's very kind.
My daughter Lily is your biggest fan. That's how I found out about you. And then I'm fully paid up. I think it's great.
Yes.
While I remember, dive into the ice cream. You already have.
You already have. Guys, you're
because it's hot in here.
That's the review.
But that must feel pretty sensational, having that much of a following.
Yeah, it's a real honour. You know, I've been doing it a long time. I feel like a dinosaur in the kind of influencer industry. I've been doing it
You're a very youthful
7,
dinosaur.
8 years now. I'm older than I look.
Smooth skin.
Older than I look. Yeah, it's the makeup. It's the makeup. But I've been doing it a long time. It's just so much fun. I get to be creative. I get to be flexible. I get to teach people about baking.
Yeah.
Pastry.
Well, you've got a very kind of impressive background. Your father, David
Yes.
Etlard. I mean, Norwich, I mean, it's such an amazing place, Norfolk. We've got Chef Bainbridge, Richard Bainbridge, who we love on this show. Your dad, I mean, basically, Richard adores him, doesn't he?
Yeah, so Dad was a Michelin star chef, and so life growing up was all about the restaurant. So I did tell this story earlier, but, you know, I'd be on the computer playing video games, and Dad would run up 3 minutes before service. Get off the computer, Matthew! Right, I need to write the menu. You know, it was always, everything was last minute, but I loved the hustle and bustle of it. We had a little trapdoor underneath the house. I could sneak down and, like, eat chocolate chips. Yeah, so it was all about the restaurant, but having said that, you know, I remember him sitting me down and saying, Matthew, do not be a chef. Do not be a chef.
Why good advice.
Do you reckon?
I think so.
Best job in the world.
You guys know better than I do, but there's a lot of pressure, long hours. It's tough. It's really tough. And so I don't think he wanted to inflict that on me.
Well, let's get back to this recipe. Do you want this whisk to stiff peaks?
No, that's perfect.
Is that perfect?
Thank you very much. So what I've made is a sabayon.
Thank you.
We're going to cook this to about 65 degrees Celsius.
Yep.
If you don't have a thermometer at home, you just want it to be kind of thick and pale like this. And I'm going to get you involved again, please, Ollie.
Be delighted.
So what you're going to do is you're going to whisk this chocolate mixture.
I will.
While I pour the sabayon over the top, please.
I will. The chocolate mixture.
Yes.
Oh, I put my whisk in the wrong
That's
bit.
all right. That's all right. We can get multiple whisks. You can take. Why don't you take my whisk?
Thank you. I'll borrow your whisk.
There you go.
We'll do that. It shows that we're live.
Yeah, and we're going to pour this in.
Yep.
And what's going to happen, guys, when you're making this at home, it's going to seize and it's going to go quite grainy. But do not panic about that.
Oh, you've got to get your arm involved.
Okay, yeah.
This is a big workout. Now, look, I haven't got quite your physique, but I will have by the end of this, I tell you. Now, talking of physique, you were, in days gone by, known as the topless baker?
Topless baker, yeah. I mean, what a way to start your career. Take your shirt off. Okay. Well, what a way.
For you, yes. But for me, not so much. No. No one wants to see
So I did give that up
once
once I got older and, you know, married. I've got a child now. You know, I can't be.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I can't be topless anymore. So now just mad.
I mean, it's hot. But
maybe I'll bring it back.
To be honest, I think it was a great idea, but you don't need any gimmickry because you've actually got the chops for it. You've got the credentials, and your recipes and your work actually speaks for itself.
Thank you. That is lovely. So what we've got here is we've got whipped cream being folded into this space. It's almost like a chocolate mousse.
Yeah.
Okay, almost like a frozen chocolate mousse. But again, this is how we're going to get that lovely, smooth texture. It's not going to be icy. It's going to be beautiful.
So this is like it's a really good idea, actually, because if you don't have an ice cream machine at home, it's really easy. Yeah. And one thing I was thinking earlier on, if you start making it now at home, then by the time this evening comes around, you could actually be eating these lollies.
Exactly.
So if you that is such a great idea, Ollie.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right now.
And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to level up this recipe. That's what I love about baking. So you can pour this into just a bread tin, right, and you can freeze it and you get a tub of ice cream. Lovely. But what you can also do is you can get one of these silicone moulds online. Super cheap, okay? So these here, you get them in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. And what you're going to do is you're going to pour your filling into that, and then you freeze this. So ideally overnight, but you know, 6, 9 hours. Like Ollie said, if you make it now, be ready by tonight. And here's ones that we made earlier. And we're going to make a quick chocolate glaze. So we're going to make it almost like a shop-bought ice cream. So I've got some chocolate here, 55% cocoa solids. Okay, so a little bit more fluidity. We're going to loosen it with some oil. And this is grapeseed oil because we want a neutral flavour. You could add olive oil if you like an olive oil.
Why do you put oil in it?
So that again is gonna soften the chocolate. So when you bite into it, it's not like snapping everywhere. So it's gonna soften it slightly, and then we're gonna add in roasted hazelnuts. So the roasting is gonna add a real nice depth of flavour.
So the oil will stop it from going icy when you freeze it?
Yeah, so it's going to make it soft when you bite into it. So if you were to use tempered chocolate, you'd get a real nice snap, which is great too, but the oil is going to soften that down.
This is what I love about your recipes.
Hey.
The whole idea of, like, you have a wonderful recipe, and then you take it to the next level.
Exactly. And I mean, how simple is it? It's just that the mould does all the work for you. We pour the glaze in here, and you don't have to use nuts. You could leave that completely plain, add crushed biscuits in there, walnuts, whatever you're going to do.
Lovely.
And you're going to pop these out of the mould. Okay.
Now this is the magic moment.
This is the magic moment.
This is going to happen. It's live on telly. There's no need to feel nervous.
I'm just going to be confident. I'm just going to pull it out. Pull it out. Okay.
I trust your recipe. Did it fine and right?
Okay. So this is the money shot, guys. So if you're watching at home, you ready? We're going to dip it in. Lift.
I love it.
Wow. Okay. And it's going to set really quickly. So you just let it a few seconds.
And that's it.
Drip.
It's because there's a story about ice magic, that stuff we used to have as kids.
Oh, look at that.
That stuff that used to set very quickly on ice cream.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, Ice Magic. Yeah, our lovely Matt Tebbett, there are others available. Our lovely best friend Matt Tebbett, who's currently sweating on a bike, used to get his finger out and put it on the top as a kid and wait for it to go cold.
Classic Matt.
Your finger's hot, mate. Your finger's hot. And it's certainly going to be sizzling on the bike, but yeah, amazing.
This is yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I had like 7 in
I only got a stick.
Cheers.
What do we think of the table? Opinions?
Hates it.
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
So
Fantastic.
Good.
So good.
Wonderful, really good. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
The whole thing.
Another one.
Delicious. Really good.
Well, look. My word. That.
It's
You know what
good.
it is? It's deluxe.
Yes, and the texture is soft, okay? It's not going to be icy. You're very smooth, very luscious, and so easy to make.
Chewy.
Matt, you're an absolute hero, and
try.
that is ice cream genius. Thank you so much. Amazing. Anna.
Oh. Well, we'll soon find out whether Stacey will be facing her food heaven or hell. But let's take a trip to Marcus's small holding where he's making the most of a glut of raspberries.